Our next module is beginning in business for yourself. It's really the American way. American entrepreneurship is the backbone of our economy. Entrepreneurs likely contributed to that morning cup of coffee you enjoyed or that new app you downloaded on your smartphone. You should keep in mind that small businesses do not always stay small. Businesses such as Nike, Ben & Jerry's, computer industry leaders like Microsoft and Apple and many others, they all started off small, and yet they ended up changing the world. A recent study revealed that 8 out of 10 people have a desire to be in business for themselves. Every year, 500 million people in this world create a new business. Further studies show that 7 out of 10 new businesses survive at least 2 years, and 51% survive 5 years. Interestingly enough, for franchises, the survival rate is over 78% at the 5-year mark. That's an improvement of 54% over a non-franchise business. Here's some surprising stats. Small businesses represent 99.7% of all employers in the United States. Small businesses employ over 56 million people. That's 64% of all new jobs, and that represents 44% of all the payroll in the United States if you take out the government sector. The freedom associated with entrepreneurship will come with many challenges. Entrepreneurs often work long and hard hours, and they risk their personal assets in developing their business. So the question really becomes is what kind of business do you start? For some, you may have the next brilliant idea already in mind, and I would encourage you to go for it. However, for most, you're looking for a proven opportunity. So when you're starting a business, there's really essentially 3 options. You can buy an existing business, you can start a business from scratch, or you can buy into a franchise or a licensed arrangement. When buying into an existing business, it's already successful because it has existing clientele. However, most sellers want cash, or at least a substantial amount down based on the full price. Starting a business from scratch is typically the least costly as you're paying for the infrastructure, but not the client base and goodwill, which is typically the expensive part of the business. But the risks are clearly greater. If you're buying into a franchise, you have the advantage of the parent company's experience and expertise, with underlying systems and processes already established for you. Thereby, it makes it easier to avoid a lot of missteps that tend to dog a startup business. Obviously, no one can guarantee you success, but if you adhere to the steps that we have lined out for you, you should have the elements to succeed, but it will ultimately be up to you. There's an interesting definition of entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship is living a few years of your life like most people won't, so that you can spend the rest of your life like most people can't. Nolan Bushnell, a highly regarded entrepreneur and engineer, aptly pointed out that the integral ingredient is getting off your butt and doing something. It is as simple as that. A lot of people have ideas, but there are a few who decide to do something about them now. Not tomorrow, not next week, but today. The true entrepreneur is a doer, not a dreamer. So welcome aboard. Let's roll up your sleeves and let's get to work.